Going to start with your pitch mix. I think you do a really good job of throwing your fastball in the strike zone and letting it work. It doesn't look like you try to be too fine with it, which is that's a positive thing. A lot of guys try to mix and match the location a little bit too much, but you do a really good job of just pounding the zone. Your breaking ball has kind of a little bit of horizontal action on it at times, and we'll go over why that's happening here in a second, but it's got good firm life out of your hand. It looks like you throw it with conviction, same way you throw your fastball, which is impressive. You throw the ball with conviction and you get after it, and those are all real positive things. And you don't seem to try to place the ball too much. You let it go in the zone, and it looks like you trust your stuff. Mechanically and from a delivery standpoint, I like the turn at the top of your delivery there. I think it's really, really good. It's deceptive. It sets you up to have a good base to throw through and a good base to throw from. The only thing I would say is you'll watch here as you're coming down the mound, you can see your hips unravel a little early. The early separation, the early rotation of your hips causes you at times to get on the side of the baseball, which takes that good fastball life you have and flattens it out a little. So one thing I would say is that when you get to that hip turn at the top of your deliveries, as soon as you're coming down the mound, to ride the hip a little bit longer straight through the catcher. Now that's going to do a couple different things for you. Number one, it's going to give you some closure to the plate. It's going to help your command. It's going to help you be a little bit more repeatable with your delivery so that your arm's not trying to play catch-up at times. The other thing it's going to do for you, and I think this will be a real positive, is it's going to allow you to keep your fingers and your hand on top of the baseball. Sometimes when guys unravel and they're going down the mound like you, and your hips open up a little bit early and you get that early hip rotation, you'll start to drag your arm a little because your hips will be so quick and open. You see right there, that's kind of what just happened with the breaking ball. It's kind of drag through the zone, and you can't be aggressive out front with it because your hips are open a little bit early. Now, same thing happens with your fastball, except usually what guys do, and it happened to you a little bit in the first inning, was you get on the side of the ball. You get on the side of the baseball, it makes it really difficult to drive the ball downhill. And I think you have a chance with the movement, just the action on your fastball that I'm watching, have a chance to have some sync with it if you can keep your fingers on top of it. And the best way to do that is to have a lower half that's workable for you to throw through. And you can see it right there, was what I was just talking about, is hips open early, fingers on the side of the ball, hand drags through the zone. So I think that's one of the biggest changes you can make. It'll keep you on target a little bit longer. It'll allow for you to throw through a good firm front side, and it won't make you be so active with your glove side to try to catch everything up with your arm. So that would be a great place to start for you in your delivery. I think that, in addition to, making sure you're separating over the rubber, those things. But you do a good job of, you did a good job in the first inning of really, really attacking with the fastball. So the late rotation of your hips, I think, is a really great place to start, which will keep everything on the front side of your body closed. It'll keep your head on line. It'll keep everything going to the dish. You can see your head kind of pull off line right there a little bit. When your head starts to pull off line, you lose vision to the plate. You lose vision to the plate, and you're flying open a little. It makes it really difficult to repeat. So you see where most of these misses are to your arm side of your body. When you have that many arm side misses, that's basically why it's happening, is because of the early rotation of everything. Because when you get to the top, like right here, you'll see, if you didn't call time, what you'll see the next time you get to the top of your delivery is as you're lifting, you're going to get to a really good spot. Right there is a good spot, and then you can see it unravel, and then just a hand slides through the zone. So you lose a little bit of velocity that way. You lose a little bit of command that way. So you want to keep that hip lined up on the plate. Keep that hip lined up as long as you can. Keep that stride nice and long out through your target, and let your arm work. But other than that, you have a really good start here. You're only a 2016 grad, so you got a ways to go in your development process still, but you got a really good base to begin from.